Next, we're gonna put the bowls and stuff where how they need.
Or and spoons or whatever. Oh,
This is my favorite color, blue.
it is pretty. They really want you to apply right from here. Batting. Guess we have purple.
Yeah, purple.
Mhm.
I thought about doing a purple, but I guess I decided against it. And then I have a bowl of just plain white, and I'm still going to give that a stir to get the air bubbles out of it. I've never bought one of those kits that you guys are using, so I honestly have no idea about your frosting.
Okay,
It came with fondant too.
Oh, cool.
one package.
Well, while you're mixing, I just want to show you a little bit about the different piping tips. The metal ones you see in the middle here, these are called Russian piping tips. I don't know why, they just are.
Okay.
I'm checking. Hang on. Okay. Here we go. And I ordered them off of Amazon, and I actually had the kit I got had like something ridiculous, like 30 of them. And I haven't even tried all of them yet. So the biggest thing with these types of piping tips, okay, and then these are the larger easy blooms that were out last. And then here's what we're using tonight, which is the smaller easy blooms. Okay, the thing with Russian piping tips or easy blooms is they do not fit on any coupler. Okay, if you're shopping and they say couplers for Russian piping tips, just ignore it. It's a lie. I've tried ordering a whole bunch of different ones that promised they would fit my Russian piping tips, and they do not. So I have everything from this huge thing to this, which is supposed to allow you to do 3 colors in one. This is a disaster. Don't buy this thing. Okay.
I have some similar, but that's for like, oh, I use it for cupcakes. I did.
Yeah.
I have green.
And then there's this one, which is not as unreasonable of a thing, but it still does not fit the piping tips correctly. So I just put the piping tips directly into the piping bag. See, this one, I can't even get it back together without bags attached. So ignore these. I did tell you to have one coupler for this class, and that's because we're going to use that leaf tip that we used last time, and that one needs a coupler. So anyway, the first thing I'm going to teach you, do you have your saran wrap on hand?
Yes.
Okay. So the first thing I want to show you is how I do a multicolor
How big of a piece do you want? I mean,
Mine is much too big, but I would say pull it out of your box to about, I don't know, let me get a ruler. 12 inches.
A little long.
Mine comes off of an industrial roll, so mine is wider than yours will be, but don't worry about that. It's more of a hindrance to me than a problem for you, so.
that's the Ram Wrap challenge.
Aren't we all though, really? I think saran wrap was invented to make us feel dumb.
Well, it succeeds. Is there a book where it lists all the different tips and what you use them for?
There isn't really, hold on a second, I'll grab something.
That would be handy, wouldn't it? Oh,
This is not.
So I found this at Michael's, but I've had it for a while, so I couldn't really tell you if you could still find it. And it had these cards that on this side, it tells you what number tip they're using, and it showed different things
Oh,
that you can do with that tip. And here the tip number is in the corner. And then there's other ones on the back of them.
yeah.
So that's kind of neat. But like I said, I don't even know if you can still buy this anywhere anymore, but there's that. And then
on Amazon and see.
if you can find any of the old method books, or maybe they have new method books now, I'm not sure. They have in them practice guides, and these are really handy. It tells you what angle to hold your bag at, the bag position, and gives you step-by-steps on what you're doing, which piping tip you're using, what pressure, like icing consistency you need, stuff like that. So
Okay. Well, that gives me something.
yeah.
Now I know what I can look for.
You can also try just going on. God, you know what? I may even have it on my Pinterest board. I'll look and see if I do, and if I do, I'll email you the link.
Okay, thank you.
But somewhere I was able to find these on Pinterest. So yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to sidetrack you. I just thought of it.
It's a good question. If you just I don't know, go on Google or go on Pinterest or something and type in piping tip guides, maybe you'll come up with something. Okay, so we're making a multicolor bag here. So I'm going to choose my first color and I'm spreading it on the saran wrap. Which, you know, it's saran wrap, so that's kind of a pain. Now, I don't know if you guys are sharing bags or colors or what you want to, I mean, I'm just putting all of my frosting into one, so.
Oh, yeah, oops. We're sharing.
Okay.
You want me to put it all in there then?
How about we just do half and half?
Okay.
Let's see what she's doing.
How many piping bags do you have?
Lots.
Okay, so it's okay if I like grab an extra to show you an easier way to do this.
Yeah.
So I'm doing all of my flowers. They're going to have a color on the outside and they're going to be white in the center. So I'm gonna put my white into a piping bag because it'll be easier to pipe a stripe down the middle of this pink than it is to try and spread it with the spoon. Right. Now I'm not going to use all my white. And you guys, you can put a color in the center if you want to. It's entirely up to you. It's just, this is the kit that I gave to Emily. So I'm trying to teach from that because I assume she'll be watching the recording later.
Okay.
So I'm trying to stick with what I gave her to work with in case she doesn't have any of the other stuff. Actually, I should check and make sure she's not like in the waiting room or something. Nope. Okay. So whatever color you want for the center, put in another piping bag, and then we're just gonna cut a bit of the end off. Like I said, this is just to make it easier to put a stripe down the center. Okay. So I used about a third of what I had of the white icing. All right. Let me know when you're to this point, when you look like this.
Okay.
Ready? Okay. All right, so now we're gonna roll this into a sausage kind of. So I'm lifting up my saran wrap and I'm wrapping it around and over. And then I'm just gonna roll that. One end, if you've got enough room in your saran wrap, I'm gonna tie a knot off to close that end up. Okay, and the other end we're gonna leave open, but we're just gonna set this aside for now, okay? So I need to do this with my other colors as well. I tried to tear off my saran wrap earlier because it makes such an awful noise on the industrial roll, but now I have to fight it. So as you can see with my blue, I didn't quite get my color all the way mixed through. But I'm not worried about that because one, in just the handling of the piping bag, it'll get mixed a little more. And two, if it does come out slightly variegated, that's actually pretty cool looking
Right?
with flowers. So
Purple and pink, or no, I don't think. of
Oh, do the, oh, I won't have enough.
What did you do? Blue and-
I was gonna do,
What do you have there?
this is blue and pink in the middle. Yeah, I'll do this and then do purple in the middle. You got that already?
I am kind of taking my finger and like squishing the ends in. Just making the sausage a little shorter, but it really doesn't matter that much. Oh, one more. If they gave you green, leave the green for your leaves, or at least some of it.
So we're doing enough, 3 of them?
Yeah. Sorry, I was just checking my email to see if there was anything from Emily, because she was so excited about this and I'm concerned she's not on, but that's okay. Maybe something came up.
Yeah. Well, actually, I really need to find the Lucy's again. I should put this.
So have you enjoyed the sun and the slightly warmer weather?
Yes, we went for a walk last night.
Yeah.
It was nice to get out.
My teenager came up this afternoon and asked me if he could take the dog for a walk. I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
This one looks like a corn husk.
Put the blue in the middle?
Yeah.
Want me to put that in a bag?
I wanted to go in this bag.
All right. So I have my 3 color sausages up here. Do you guys remember how to do the couplers? How to use a coupler with your piping bags?
I don't remember how to do it without the mark, and we don't have marks.
Okay, I will show you then. Pretend mine doesn't have the mark. I'm taking the ring off for the coupler.
Yep.
The big end on my finger. I'm gonna poke that into the bag and then draw the bag down over it. And I'm doing it pretty tight. So I'm gonna take my scissors and score right along here, right along the top of the ridges, because you want the plastic to stay over the ridges. And then just pull that off. Okay, and then your piping tip goes on there. And then the ring goes over the top. You screw that down. All right, and then I'm gonna load this bag with my green. Remember, it helps to place it
I
in a
remember
cup.
that trip. I already got the, I already had the glasses out.
All right. And I'm just squishing that down.
What? Is that what
Oh,
you
are you guys tackling the bag ties again, or did you decide to do twist ties or rubber bands or something like that?
Nope, we have the ties.
Okay. Want a refresher on that?
Nope.
Well, Emily might want.
That's true. All right, so we gather the bag at the top of the icing. I give it a twist for good measure. All right, so here's your bag tie, and it's got the end with the bunny ears. You're gonna hold that in that hand. Then loop it over that finger, bring it over the top, wrap it around the back, over the top again. And now you still have that loop over that finger and your bunny ears in this hand, and you're gonna shove the bunny ears through there. Just like that. Are you guys all loaded up and ready to put the sausages into the piping bags, or not quite yet?
Not quite yet.
Okay, let me know when you're ready.
Try it. Let me try to find out. Really slow.
No, you're fine.
It'll stay. I don't know.
Let's put the couple in.
Oh, Joe forgot to put the coupler in before she put the frosting in.
I'll work around, like I have, it's a pretty big bag, I can work around it. And then store it here, right? Here.
Yep.
See, when you're slower like this and you work in teams, you get to do less.
That's your plan all along, wasn't it?
Yeah, thinking about Christmas cookies.
I'll tell you when I do the classes live, like face to face, everybody in the room just does one bag, maybe two if I have a small class, and then we swap colors throughout the class or whatnot, so that
Ah. Oh. I don't have the tip in there. Oh my God. Oh Lord. Went to the dentist today. It's been bothering me ever since.
Put the tip on the outside.
Oh, Nancy.
yeah, the tip goes on the outside.
That makes sense.
Right? That way, if we decide, oh, I don't want that tip, you can unscrew it and take it off. Now, with your easy balloon tips, we're not going to have that
Coupler.
that ability. We're going to be committed
All
to a
right.
color and a tip. So, all right, you ready yet?
Yep.
Okay. Okay. Piping tip and just one of your easy blooms. I can't remember what they all look like each time. Okay, so we're gonna treat this tip the same way we did the large part of the coupler. Just put it on your finger and shove it down into the bag. And then with this one, I'm not even going to go right next to the ridges. I'm just going to make sure that the end of my tip is not covered by the piping bag, because I don't want to accidentally squeeze the tip right out of the end of the bag. Okay, so it's like that. Let's get all three of our bags to this point. So Emily, I taught them last week that if you happen to have the printed bags, which you do, because I provided them for you, if you fold the tip up so that it's in the top of the recycling symbol, and then snip that off,
I use this one.
you should be good. See?
Yeah, this one or that one?
Don't matter. Which one are you?
All right, tell me when your bags are to this point.
Almost. Maybe not almost. No, back a little bit. Back a little bit more.
This is the part where I have officially started to pray that we all have our frosting at the right consistency for this to work. So,
Yeah, my hygienist actually said she's done these.
yeah,
And used the Russian tips and her frosting wasn't right and it ran.
yeah. Yeah, if your frosting isn't right, the petals won't stay defined. It'll all just pull together at the top and you'll just end up with a whole bunch of flower buds. And so we'll have to see. Hopefully, hopefully, hopefully. All right, good to go?
Jill's almost there.
Okay. Sorry, I'm not rushing. Take your time.
That's all right, it's just being difficult.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I thought you were on your second one.
No, the scissors. I have trouble with the scissors and I have trouble getting it down there.
I'm gonna grab a piece of parchment paper so that you might want to too, to do some practice flowers, so.
Okay.
Well, I can practice right on a cookie because you don't have that much frosting.
Oh, that's true too.
See, I was ahead of me here.
What is going on over there?
She's like, who needs practice? Right to the cookie.
Well, I was gonna say, you can do it straight on the cookie, and then if you don't like it, you just scrape it off the cookie, right? So it's no big deal.
Yes, being that we don't have much frosting, we're gonna do right on the cookie, but.
Okay,
All right, we're good. We're ready.
okay. All right, so choose one of your piping bags and one of your frosting sausages.
Flower or an egg or a butterfly.
Wow, these are good.
Okay, now the end that doesn't have the knot in it, here's my knot. This end, you need to cut the saran wrap off right at the, right where the ball of your frosting starts. Okay. And then we're going to carefully lift and slide that into the bag. And just leave it right like that. And then when you squeeze, it'll come out of the saran wrap and go into your tip. Okay, if you want to put bag ties around the top, you can. I've seen some tutorials where they just squeeze it entirely out of the saran wrap into the bag, but it's not necessary.
Oh, you want us to put the bunnies on?
If you want to.
Do we got the tie on the other end, right? So,
Yeah, you've got the tie on the other end, so you don't really have to. It just gives me the opportunity to do it on camera a couple more times for Emily watching the recording later. Ugh. All right, if you guys are going straight to cookies, I am too.
Okay.
that way you don't waste good frosting, right?
Right. Okay, I'm gonna have to adjust the camera up a little bit so I have more room. But I did finally figure out how to zoom it in, so I can do that. Uh-oh, my ring light died. Lighting got terrible. There we go. Nope, still need more room. This is because your piping bag, while we're doing this, is going to be straight up and down. Okay, so I have to make sure I have enough room between my cookies and my camera for the piping bag to fit. Okay, how's that? Good?
Good.
I'm actually going to trim some off of my bags so that they're not quite so tall. Okay, cross your fingers. All right, so you hold your piping bag. Remember to hold the piping bag, you want to grip it between your thumb and your forefinger and wrap your fingers around. We're going to hold it straight up and down to the cookie and just like touch the cookie and then come up just a little bit so that you're not touching the cookie when the icing starts to come out. And you're going to squeeze, stop squeezing, and pull up. And even me, it takes me a couple times to get the feel of, okay, see, so that one closed. I didn't. Come on now, don't be like that. Dang it. Might get to hear me cuss on camera.
I can see where you need a right consistency.
Nope, that definitely wasn't it.
That one's really loose.
Oh, shoot. I'm going to try a different one. There we go. That tip just works better. Can you see?
Oh, yeah.
So what I had on the yellow one was that one that kind of looks like a daisy kind of. And that just kept closing on me. It does help to keep the end of the tip clean.
Also, turn over it.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna try the one on my pink. There we go, that one stays open too. Okay, so Emily, yours and mine are, the frosting is the right consistency. It's just that that one tip didn't work great. Okay, so can you see how my first few, it was pink all the way through, but then as it started to come through, now I'm getting my white in the middle. Oh, that's
Yep.
really blurry. How do I get that to focus? Maybe I need to wipe off the camera lens. Oh, that yellow one was good for making troll hair though. So they're called easy blooms because once you have it down, the decorating goes really fast. All right, so I'm calling that my practice cookie.
Okay. That is huge. How thick are your cookies?
A 1/4 inch.
Yeah. Okay.
These are like a 1/2 inch.
Not quite. No. Oh, that one's bigger than this one even.
It's not surprising in the cookie kits that you buy like that they would be thicker because those are more,
They have to ship them.
yeah, they ship better when they're thicker. So, alrighty. And I'm gonna go ahead and use that yellow, even though it's giving me closed. Oh, wait, look.
Yay.
Oh, I got it.
Yay.
You know, the other good reason for a practice cookie, oh my goodness, okay, is to get your frosting pushed through to where you're getting those white centers or whatever center color you did. Oops, and then that one I got pulled up. Yay, I'm glad that one started to work.
That one doesn't.
How are yours going? Are they working for you?
They're pretty good. They're
Okay.
just kind of falling over.
Yeah, I think I
If they're falling
frosted.
over, maybe you're just making them a little too tall. Like stop squeezing earlier. Or it's that frosting. Like I said, I've never worked with that one, so. And then I just go in between the flowers where I can see cookie through, and that's where I'm going to put leaves. All right, now Emily, when you use this tip, you want to hold it tooth up, not like this, okay? And you're going to hold it slightly slanted, and you squeeze and pull out. Okay, and those leaves just
Like this?
help fill in the holes.
Oh, this.
The tip up, not the opening.
Not the opening. If you do the opening up, you get sideways leaves.
No,
Not like the, okay, so not like this,
right.
but like this.
It looked to me like your opening was up. Like your opening is up. Oh, but it got sideways, looks nice.
Sometimes sideways is what you need it to be to fit the gap you're trying to fill, but it's, you know. Now, one thing I will say about Easy Blooms is they put a lot of frosting on a cookie. I mean, look how thick that is.
They do.
So you really gotta like frosting.
And we do.
Good. Why did my pink close up on me? Don't know.
A general idea.
Blue's better. Green's my favorite color, that's why.
Lisa. Purple disappeared from my pink.
Well, I don't know what the deal is. Like it goes fine for a while and then it closes up on me.
A mess.
All right. So how's the icing from that kit taste?
I haven't tried it yet.
Oh,
It's okay.
Okay. I really like the Sam stuff though.
yeah.
Is that where you get the big tub? Is from Sam's or Walmart?
From
Okay.
Sam's. You have to go to the bakery counter and ask for it. I was just there today and got a big bucket of chocolate.
Mm.
Not that I need it for anything. I'm just going to eat it.
You're a frosting person?
I am a frosting person. You know, when I used to do the farmers markets, I had my cupcakes and cake pops and stuff like that out, but I also just had little cups that just had frosting on them and
Oh,
called them frosting shots. And I always sold out of those. I have a very colorful napkin now. Okay, so hold a couple up. Let me see what you got so far. I won't judge.
Give me,
Okay. Good. They're going all right. For a mystery frosting, I'd say that's not too bad.
yeah. The one, obviously the tips are better. Some tips are better.
Yeah. Come on.
I don't see it, and it's getting warm.
Yeah. There we go. I'm just gonna scrape that off. I may have been starting too close to my cookie too. Because when I start higher up, I don't have near the problems.
Hmm.
There we go. I cannot center them to save my life here tonight.
Isn't it better? Can't believe it's getting-
They make these cute, tiny little, like, it's like a cake turntable, but they're smaller for cookies.
Mhm.
And I remember looking at those at a cake show going, oh, that's so cute, but why? Well, now I know why. So, there we go. Okay, so there's the key. They got a lot better when I held my tip farther away from the cookie. Can you kind of see the distance I'm at?
Mhm.
It's like almost a 1/4 inch, maybe. So how many cookies did you guys get in that? Or did you make cookies?
Well,
Oh, okay. So I promised to get this recording to you in a more timely manner this week.
yeah, this one we would probably look at again.
Yeah, well, this is fun once you get going on it.
Yeah, once you get it down.
Yeah, my pink is.
Which might have something to do with why I suggested parchment paper to start with, but you know.
Yes.
So I think the next class I have coming up is elephant cake pops. And then there will be,
I bet you do that at 4 o'clock, don't you? On
I
a
think it's
Friday?
I think it's at 4:30. Yeah. Probably, but it'll be recorded, right?
Yeah.
So you can watch it later if you want to. And then you guys, if you're ever on my website and are like, what? I didn't even know that class was happening. I totally would have taken it. You can always pay for just the, like, because I've got it recorded, I can send it to you anytime.
Okay.
I'm kind of interested in that cupcake one.
Cupcake.
With the bird's nest, is that it?
Oh, okay.
That's the Easter.
Easter,
The Easter, the Easter bunnies and.
Well, that's only, Easter's only 4 weeks away, kind of,
I know it is.
4 or 5.
It's insane.
No, Monday is March.
Sure is.
My daughter-in-law's birthday is next Wednesday.
Yeah. Well, my Connor got his driver's license on Friday. So that's what's changed in this house since the last time I saw you.
Wow, that's huge.
It was huge because today I was like, Connor, I need more powdered sugar. And off he went. So
did he have to do behind the wheel?
Yeah, he did behind the wheel like once a month for 6 months. And then we drove with him a lot. So like we had to do 30 hours with him and 10 hours at night. And then he had time with the instructor and then he, the classroom work and all that good stuff. So
my grandson turned 16 a year ago in December 31st, 2019.
Yeah.
He did not have to do any behind the wheel. He just had to do the classroom online and
really
give him his license.
That's scary.
Wow. Yeah, I mean, Connor did not go to the DMV for a driver's test. I figured if his, we just signed the waiver for him. But, that was only after making sure from his instructor that his instructor would have passed him if he were doing a real test, right? So.
Well, that's changed a lot since when I got my license.
Well, it's because of COVID.
Oh.
Yeah, it's because of COVID that we could sign off and.
I renewed my driver's license online back in May, a year ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh,
It came due in January and I'm like,
I'm here. Check mine. No, mine's in 2022.
But I'm like, how easy was that?
Dang it, now it closed up on me again. There we go.
But you're Minnesota ones. If it's the same. You do see a lot of cars driving around with expired plates.
Yeah. I just got a new car on Friday.
Oh, cool.
And
that's new too.
It had been so long since and we didn't do a trade-in because my son is taking over my old car, right?
Yeah.
And it's been so long since I've gotten a new car. Like I was amazed when he just pulled they had the license plate there and the sticker and everything. I was like, oh man, here I thought I was going to have to go to the DMV.
And they've always sent them in, but I didn't know they had them there now. What dealership were you at?
I don't remember the name. We were in Eau Claire.
Oh.
It's a Dodge truck, so it was a Dodge dealer. All right, so if you guys leave these out uncovered overnight, the frosting crust should set up for you, like they did on the Valentine cookies.
Mhm.
Oh, well, I'm assuming with your frosting that'll happen. Emily, with your frosting that'll happen. Given how thick and tall these are, I don't think I would ever feel comfortable stacking them in a container. I feel like they would get smushed,
Yeah,
but I've never tried either, so it's possible. But if you want them to be picture perfect for when you serve them,
you have to
Don't step-
start picture perfect to remain picture perfect.
okay, maybe not picture, you know what I mean. But so look how far, okay, even with mine, look how far those came. So that was the first one I did. And then the second one, I think that was my third one. And then they got better. So it takes a few,
Yeah, they
right?
still good. It's better than ours.
Well,
Well, I haven't looked at Karen's.
no offense, but I hope they look better than yours. I've been doing this longer.
Yeah, exactly.
So. You guys ready to hold a couple up for a picture?
Mm. Sure.
Oh, come on. I wish I could read. Oh, that's pretty.
Yeah, we'll just do this flower.
Oh, you guys got shaped cookies. Wow, look at that. Okay, wait, hold them up and smile.
Cheese.
Okay. Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay. This looks really nice.
They're running now. That's the first
they
one
warm?
felt better, but the last couple are running.
Yeah, mine was getting warm too. Like I still have 2 cookies left, but that's okay. So you can either just walk away from it for a while, maybe put them in the fridge,
Yeah,
but don't
We're not-
forget about them, because if it gets too hard,
yeah.
then that's
we're
a whole nother issue.
You're out of frosting, aren't you, on the start? Karen,
Pardon
you almost out of frosting?
me? Mhm.
So do you guys have any questions?
No. Are the easy blooms easier than the Russian?
No, they're just smaller.
Okay.
So, I'm pretty sure the Easy Blooms is that's Wilton's
Yeah,
name for the Russian piping tip, right?
yeah.
So the bigger ones take more icing. Like we would have gone through this amount of icing a lot faster with the bigger tips.
I did see the really big ones for cupcakes. And
Yeah.
party
And so
cakes.
like this one, you can see I have it, but I haven't even opened it. I've never even tried this huge one, because I mean, like that alone is like a quarter cup of frosting
Yeah.
just to get it through the tip, right?
Yeah.
So I haven't even tried that really huge one.
Would that be more for like a cake?
I feel like you could do like the entire top of the cupcake.
Yes.
Maybe I'll have to take some of the bucket frosting and try it out and just see.
I think that's the goal. I think that's what the hygienist was saying. You just use one and you make one flower.
Yeah. So these are like the picture that I had posted to go with this class was made with these with the Russian tips. But so they're kind of the medium-sized thing, but Oh, here's a size difference, because even the Russian tips come in different sizes. You see the size difference between those two?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So. And I find it impossible to tell by the description what it is I'm gonna get. Anyway, cool.
Getting better at these, so.
So do you guys have any requests for classes that you would like to see me offer? Or projects you've seen?
I don't. That's yours.
That's all right. Well, if you ever do come across something and you're like, that'd be cool,
Yeah,
you can email it to me and I'll see if I can
Okay.
figure it out and teach you how to do it. So,
sounds good.
all right. Well, you guys have a great evening, okay?
You too.
You too. Thanks.
You're welcome. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.